So what connection did you have to April that made you understand her and portray her in the way that you did?
Well, I am a mother, so
Okay.
I'm a mother of two. So that in itself is something that I share. The same with April, and also, you know, being very family centric and very nurturing as well, I guess.
Yeah. April works both in Taiwanese and Filipino cultures, creating a part-time situation that ultimately has her not belonging in each.
Yes.
What do you think was tragically sad for her in this circumstance, and how did it come out in your performance?
I'm glad that you saw that, because
Yeah.
she lived in Taiwan for more than 10 years. She was there, but she was still, you know, like fish out of water. And then she comes home, which is supposed to be to her family, the place where she grew up in, and she felt most strange because I guess the distance estranged her from the family.
Yeah.
You know, the children grew up not knowing their mother, maybe, you know, getting to talk to her on video or seeing her once every 2-3 years. That created not just physical but also emotional distance from her children.
Yeah. That's so interesting.
And that is sadly, that's the plight of a lot of Filipinos, you know, especially, well, not just Filipino mothers, but a lot of Filipinos, because they, you know, for better income, you know, it's greener out there.
Right.
So,
Right.
so yeah, that's, I just tried to layer it with their feeling, I guess, feeling so disconnected with everybody despite having to take care of everyone.
Yeah. So, on both sides of what you were playing, what was most Taiwanese about the film and what was most Filipino culturally?
Filipino, definitely, that was very clear to me, you know, how the family is so solid, and that's all everyone cares about. And when you're taken out of that, you know, you're the stranger and you're a bad mother, you know. And then the food, being people who always smile and who always just sweeps everything under the rug until, you know, it all blows up. And yeah, that's the very Filipino. That's very Filipino about the film. And then Taiwanese. Well, I'm really not that familiar. I realized that the Taiwanese people are warmer than most, I guess, Chinese. But yeah, there's the language barrier, so that you have to get past that, or you have to work that out a little bit.
Sure. In the Christmas and funeral scenes in the film, we see the deep roots of the Catholic faith in the Filipino culture. What do you think is most Catholic about April, and how does that come out in your performance?
Actually, if you notice, there was the Catholic faith and how deeply rooted that is in us, but also some, would you say paganism, or just, you know, just a very primal
like an islandism culture, or a country culture?
Yeah, or just believing in the mystical. You know, right? Because I did see, because I did see this this woman, this clairvoyant who speaks with the dead.
Yes, I
and
saw
so in the Philippines, there's a lot of that. We're so rooted in God and faith, but also we believe in
spirits.
Spirits, some
world.
other dimensions, and
right.
get help
The astral plane.
elsewhere somehow.
Yeah. But what do you think is most Catholic, though, about April? I mean, as far as the Catholic faith is concerned. Are you Catholic?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think is most Catholic about the character of April? I didn't mean to ask your religion.
No, it's fine. It's, of course, the practices of the burial and if you actually, I just realized she's a very modern Filipina already, because I remember her daughter telling her that she was pregnant and she did not insist that they get married.
Right.
You know, because in the
Do you wanna
Philippines,
keep it?
if you're Catholic, especially if you're devout Catholic, marriage has to come. I mean, there's no question about it. You're not even supposed to be pregnant yet, but then since it's there, you have to get married to the man who got you pregnant.
Right. Well, as she did, because they, had the pregnancy with their daughter.
But me,
Yeah.
April did
yeah.
that with
Yeah,
the husband.
And-
Thankfully,
Right.
she was in love with the husband, and she wanted
Right.
to work that out, and it did.
And it's a parallel situation with the daughter.
But
So-
with the daughter, she did not have to impose that kind of condition to
Very
her
good.
daughter.
Very good. When you play relationships in family, when you're in an acting situation where you're in a family, you have to develop a chemistry with other actors to make it look like you're a family. So how do you reach out to fellow actors either in rehearsal or in the pre-production process to understand and create the chemistry of family?
It was such a beautiful surprise because we didn't have that time. We didn't have the time to workshop anything, to have a relationship, whatever, seminar. No, we didn't have any, even 30 minutes to do that. But I guess, it's a small industry in the Philippines.
Right.
We kind of know each other, but it was my first time to work with every one of them. My mother, the husband, and my two children, but
Everything
they
was
were
so
all,
natural.
and they're such great actors. You'll see a lot of great talent in the Philippines. You'd be so surprised, and we do these things so fast. Our process.
Right.
We're used to
Yeah.
like crying on cue, and we're used to that because we don't have much time to. Because the longer you take, the more expensive it gets.
Sure.
So that's
Time
why we're
is money.
so we're so used to. You get on the set, you have to make it
Well,
work
you
already.
guys, you felt like a family.
Because they're very talented. They're great actors, very professional, and they're really very open and warm. We're like that as a people, but these ones, Gabby and my son, that we're all, they're, I guess, more exceptionally excellent. Yes.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Pat, for the word.
So many Filipino women in the culture take on caregiving or nursing roles, a long history of nursing within the culture. What do you believe the roots of that nurturing come from within the spirit of the country?
Well, we have been colonized for many years, and I think it's ingrained in us to serve and to take care of other people, and that's why, I don't know, it's probably just really intrinsic in the Filipinos.
Probably a survival instinct, too.
Also, that too. Well, now more than ever, it's that. As I've said, for them to be able to provide for their families and take care of everyone, they would have to they would have to go elsewhere and take care of other people. When in a perfect world, you should be taking care of your own children, your family, your mother, But since it's hard, they would have to leave and do that elsewhere.
You have 109 acting credits, but one really intrigues me, okay?
Wow. I did not even know that about me. Okay.
You should look up your IMDb page sometime. So one show really intrigues me, Ang Provinciano.
Ang Provinciano.
Yeah. Because there are nearly 1,700 episodes in 7 years. What is the series about? How does it have so many episodes? And why is it so popular in the Philippines?
Oh my God, Pat. It's so, well, okay. It happened during the pandemic.
Okay.
So I think that helped prolong the series, but also because our actor Coco Martin, I don't know if you've heard of him, maybe you have, but he's the biggest actor in the Philippines because he's just really great, and and he knows what people want to see. He knows the heart of the Filipino and what they want to see on TV, and so he just gives it to them. So there's in Provinciano, there's family, there's a lot of drama and action.
Is it like a soap opera? Is it on
It's
every
soap
night?
Opera.
Okay.
It was on every night, 5 days a week.
Oh, wow.
And so, it was on for 7 years, but I was on that show for 5. Wow. I was a policewoman, so I did some action, fired some guns, and it was fun. I'm glad that I did it at an age where I can still, roll down the ground and run endlessly, and it was fun. It was fun. I think it was the most fun project I've ever did.
As a working actor, and of all the roles you've done, which of them best defines you as a person, and which one allowed you to understand more about yourself? It could be the same role, it could be different roles, but you see, the first part is, which role of all your roles that you've done was closest to who you are? And the second part of the question is, which role made you understand more about yourself after you played it?
Okay. I cannot pinpoint one particular role to answer those questions.
Okay.
But I know, April, because she's a mother and, she has those issues with raising children and reconnecting with her husband and taking care of her mother. I think it's every Filipina's plight. In the Philippines, every mother in the Philippines goes through all those struggles and issues and joys and all that. But when it comes to finding things out about myself, I think every role that I play gets me in touch with a particular part of me, which sometimes is hidden, and I just see it or realize it when it comes out. So every role I welcome because it's a challenge, and it helps me understand myself better.
Finally,
okay.
What is the first thing you think about when you think about your love for acting and performing? What's the first thing you think about?
It's gone way beyond just a job. I'm excited to flesh out the role. I'm excited to see her come to life, whoever she is, whatever her name is. And then because I'm not really, I don't really enjoy watching myself on TV or the big screen. I get really awkward doing that. But sometimes, especially now on social media, when it just comes out because, people put it out there, every now and then when I see it, I get surprised and I'm like, hey, that's Jackie. Hey, that's April. So that's who she is. And it's a nice feeling somehow when you see the differences in how you've portrayed them. And so what I think about when
You think about your love for it.
my love for it, it's the excitement of seeing another person come to life.
This is Patrick McDonald for HollywoodChicago.com. Copyright 2026.